Always nice to end a day of hard work in the office and political involvement with a little bit of joyful music from my favorite niece in Uganda, a young lady I've been helping support for a few years, Rwanda genocide survivor. And she always is a reminder to me that anything we go through here in the States is nothing compared to what it can be for somebody else. And yet she maintains a very sweet disposition and is just a wonderful person to be around. So, always good to remind yourself of people like that. Hello, my name is Mike Openshaw. I'm here to explain the my political involvement that has been going on recently. The need to do this is maybe forthcoming from a standpoint of people understanding exactly what and how and when we did things, and the differences between group activities and individual activities. As a member of the steering committee of the North Texas Tea Party, I have participated in any number of activities. We have vetted candidates. We have created a website, northtexasteaparty.org. This website is maintained on WordPress, which makes essentially the maintenance of the site free. We simply created a blog on WordPress and linked it to an IP address, and that is the site that many people visit. A lot of people visiting right now. We had over 250 unique visitors today. Good to see. People have a lot of interest in the upcoming elections. As an individual, under no direction whatsoever from the NTTP steering committee or vetting committee or any of the other committees that we have, I have undergone some expenditures in terms of as an individual on my own volition. For example, these buttons, which I gave as gifts to those candidates that did get tea approved, I paid $47 for an online service to produce them. No big deal. Out of my pocket. It wasn't anything that the group asked me to do. It was just something I thought would be nice for the specific candidates. And again, at no direction to anybody else. Of late, one of the big things that probably is causing the most consternation of those people that we are opposed to are little yellow sheets like this. You will note at the bottom of each sheet that I have anything to do with is the fact, in this case, paid for with a specific volunteer distribution of this flyer, Michael Openshaw. These are my particular flyers. I have handed out a number of flyers to individuals, each of which is marked with my name and address when at all possible. Okay, these are individual actions. The steering committees nor any other members of the organization had anything to do with. I actually created these documents myself. I made them available to others to print as they saw fit, from a standpoint of being hopefully being responsible in terms of putting their name or the name of the organization that is printing it at the bottom. I've seen many of these sheets, and all the ones that I personally have seen have been printed this way, and that's the way they should be printed. Any one that I have anything to do with has been printed that way. Now, we've also printed out various sleaze buster things. It gets pretty bad. The sleaze gets pretty bad when the other side is throwing so much negative stuff. It takes an 8.5 by 14 sheet, double-sided, to have the conservative candidates explain exactly how sleazy all of this is. Anyway, but that's neither here nor there. That is my own personal public work on that. I have copied the condemnation of the North Texas Tea Party, which is a group condemnation, but the actual generation of this document and creation was done by myself. Now, before I started any and all of these activities, I had checked verbally with at least 2 different people on what levels an individual versus a group can do. The North Texas Tea Party is a PAC, and as such, expenditures by the PAC have to be covered and explained within campaign reports. I had been told that by people who are in the know that that an individual acting on his own volition under no direction is pretty well permitted to spend up to $500 on individual activities that are independent of these groups to support any political position they see. Up to now, my expenditures have amounted to the $47 for the buttons and possibly up to $200 for printing supplies, paper, printer cartridges. I have an HP 6450. If the Hewlett-Packard company ever needs somebody to do an advertisement for the durability of their printer, particularly the 6540 series, I would be happy to do it. That thing has been chunking them out like left and right. So this is where I come from. I'm a fat old man with a printer, and I'm a member of the Tea Party organization as a steering committee member, but all of my expenditures to date have been associated with my own personal direction, desire, and under no direction by the steering committee. Makes me a little bit of a loose cannon, but at the same time, the actual materials that are released are appropriate for an individual to do so. Now, the people who are complaining about this, who are heavily backed by a professional campaign management organization, we suspect it is the Allen Media Group, are very, very concerned and upset by all of this activity. I have news for them and anybody who wants to watch this video. This is grassroots activity at its basis. I started this in the grassroots activity decades ago, back in the early 60s with my family, back in the days where you had a mimeograph machine in the basement where you hand cranked out each and every copy off of a typed stencil. This is a type of activity that's been going on in politics for decades and decades. Now, we are checking to make sure that we are in the clear. The NTTP is checking with the state and the state itself will contact me after NTTP has talked to them, just to make sure everything's on the up and up here. If it is not on the up and up, if there are problems with how this has been done, all of those problems fall on me as an individual, because I, as a Tea Party member, am a supporter of something called personal responsibility. Now, I have struggled mightily to help support conservative candidates, many conservative candidates, no one candidate. I am even friendly with some of those that I'm not supporting who are good conservatives. I am supporting, for example, Wayne Richard, but Van Taylor and I are quite friendly, and to me that's what is called a friendly match. But I am an individual who is out here trying to do the political thing as an individual and as a member of a grassroots organization, in terms of providing a face to the grassroots organization, but at the same time acting as an individual at my own direction. So I'm hoping that the powers that be, who probably spend, most of the people on that side, many of the people on that side, probably spend more money for a monthly car insurance payment than I've spent generating all of this up to now, are a little bit more understanding of the fact that, yes, I am a grassroots guy, and this is how politics used to be done, and is a sign of citizen involvement. And if citizen involvement, the First Amendment and citizen involvement becomes a violation of election law, we have a lot more problems than this old fat man with a printer. So thank you for your time, and I'll get back on a little bit of music and hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And hope to see you at the polls. Be sure to go out and vote, whether you support my position or not. Voting is a right and privilege, and there are people out there risking their lives to make sure we have that right. Thank you very much.